I'm Brad Jarvis. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for Spireon, and I'm pleased to be here today to tell you a little bit about Spireon. So one of the things is that we focus on solving real business solutions and in adopting markets that have scale and then becoming a leader in that space. So if it doesn't move our needle, we don't invest in it and we don't pursue it. And as a result, we are one of the largest MRM solution providers in the country. What we do is we leverage our M2M platform to connect customers to mobile assets as well as their workforce through what we call game-changing information platforms. And these are MRM platforms that provide actionable business intelligence for that particular industry's specific pain points, if it's an adopting and scalable industry. We're going to highlight two of those for you today in our demonstration. So first of all, Spireon was founded in 2002 by two of the industry innovators, Brian Bowling and Tim Welch. And today we have over 1.5 million active subscribers. We are privately owned primarily by Bertram Capital. And we activate over 75,000 new devices per day. Next slide. So basically our Inspire intelligence platform has enabled us to grow in three specific industry markets. And again, I said we'll highlight two of those. We collect over 250 million data events a day, which equates to over 2 billion data events per year. Demonstrating the Inspire M2M platform with me today is Mike Edwards. And Mike is our Vice President of Professional Services, and Mike Callanan, our Director of Software Engineering. Now there's a fourth member of the team that could not be here today due to logistics, but that is Coach Joe Gibbs. And I want to tell you just a little bit real quickly about Coach Gibbs and Spireon together. Coach was actually started off as a customer. So he utilizes our technology to track his race haulers and his race cars state to state and race to race. You probably know him as the head coach of the Washington Redskins, three-time Super Bowl champion. He also owns 3 NASCAR race teams and is a 3-time winner of the Cup Series. So he then became an investor in our company, and just this year he became our corporate endorser, and we're actually building brands and products together. We innovated a new, really fun and incentive-based driver performance mobile application that lets drivers team together based on the feedback off of our M2M platform, and then actually modify their behavior through coaching tips with Coach Gibbs. So Coach would like to not be able to be here. He actually wanted me to film a specific welcoming for you.
Hi everyone, hope the show's going well. And by the way, the coach, tonight's bed check is 11 o'clock. I expect everybody to be in bed. I'm sorry I couldn't be there in person to be with you today for the Battle of the Platforms, but I still want to take a moment and share some thoughts with you about Spireon's M2M platform. Before I do that, I need to first tell you what the best part of racing is. Winning, having a strong team that's driven to win. You may not think there's a lot that goes into racing cars around a track, but let me tell you, we've got fierce competitors out there, and we're always searching for innovative ways to gain the edge, on and off the track. Imagine now, you got 6 different race teams with multiple cars and haulers driving across the country to a different city every week for 36 weeks in a row. Now that's not easy to keep up with, believe me. That's why we turned to Spireon. Their advanced M2M intelligence platform provided us with real-time analytics that gave me complete visibility into where my cars and haulers were at any given time. Spireon's technology helped me monitor my driver's performance and quickly gave me insight into where money's being wasted. Spireon's a company I've grown to trust and embrace within Joe Gibbs Racing family. They have the winning platform that drives customers to reach new heights in business.
So a little bit from Coach there. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the two markets we're going to demonstrate. The first is, and maybe this is a new application for you all, I don't know, but I'll go into a little more detail in a minute. But first is automotive financing and securing mobile collateral for banking institutions. We are a leader in that industry. We actually have patents in that industry, and we go to market through 2 brands primarily, Gold Star, which is a automotive dealer-based brand information platform, and Loan Plus, targeted specifically at banking. We also have a series of fleet solutions. We have 3 specific products in that area. One is targeted at local fleets, a simple turnkey application for the doer and worker. The other is enterprise fleet, which is customized and built for enterprise situations. And then also our trailer unpowered asset tracking. And we're going to demonstrate the trailer module as well, which is the brand Fleet Locate. We also have a reseller brand by the name of Vehicle Path. Our third area of business is healthcare, but it's very targeted and very specific, and that's in electronic visit verification, beginning to be mandated by states and the federal government for Medicaid and Medicare reimbursement. So first of all, historically it's been a real challenge to develop specific industry applications that people are willing to pay a lot of money for and to solve real problems that save them even more. Integrate third-party devices and also integrate third-party software applications in those specific markets, and onboarding several communication networks, and do all of that well. And that's been an innovation hurdle. So Spireon, we took a little bit of a different approach. We invested in an M2M platform. 80% of all that we do is common in the back end. It's that last 20% that makes it industry and vertical specific. Of course, that's what the customers care the most about. But the 80% common back end lets us stay extremely competitive and in front of the competition in each market, as well as enter a new market very rapidly without repeat investment. And so before we go any further, Mike Callanan is going to give you just a quick description on how it's architected. Mike?
Thank you, Brad. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the Nspire platform that we built, which is our M2M solution, cloud-based, highly scalable, that supports the multiple market segments that Brad just described. So this is a high-level diagram of our overall architecture. The Nspire platform itself, we spent a great deal of time designing it to be a highly robust and provide the service availability that our customers demand. At the infrastructure level, we've made a significant investment in building out a dedicated private cloud solution. And it's a highly fault-tolerant solution as well, so such that if any single component fails, it will not take out any part of the service, so there'll be no service outage associated with it. In addition to that, we have hot swappable components. And then if any unforeseen error occurs and that takes out an entire data center, we've built geographically redundant systems, external data centers that will take over service as needed. It's a very modular design, so we can easily integrate third-party ecosystems in via web service API. We've got the ability to add additional data sources as shown at the top, either via mapping solutions, there's speed data we can add in, and so on. We've integrated with multiple carriers already, T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T to name a few, and multiple other kind of local regional ones. And then on the device side, it's very easy to extend our platform and add additional devices. We're currently supporting multiple device vendors with dozens of different device types being available through the system. And at the bottom, it kind of shows the multiple markets that we are currently entered into. So in summary, the dedicated cloud gives us the ability to have a secure system that's scalable. It's very high performance. It has the ability to be very fault tolerant to any type of particular failure in the system. And it's extremely extensible so that we can add multiple vendors and third-party systems as I described. So, and with that, I'll turn it back over to Brad.
Thanks, Mike. Okay, so I'm going to dive into the first area, which is, again, an area that might be new to you. I don't know. I'll be interested afterwards in finding out. And that is vehicle financing. We're going to talk a little bit about the need in the real market and what led to the development to solve that, and then how it helps both consumers and lenders. We have over 5,000 lending institutions that utilize the product today. Think about 2008. There was a lot of change in the financial market. Okay, so a lot of people today have credit that's either damaged or has been broken or is lower than it used to be. Lending was really tight. Vehicles were hard to get, and the cost of collections was growing. And yet, no one needs cars more than now, or transportation more than now, to be considered employable. So, we were looking for ways to reduce that risk and be able to help lenders extend credit where credit may carry that risk. And our information platform and using Nspire allows lenders to get real-time data on what is considered a mobile asset or collateral and be able to secure it more effectively, and also provide innovative payment reminders remotely to customers that may need that reminding. So the pie charts that you see are an NABD survey that came out last year on how this technology has actually helped the consumer. It's allowed them to get a car that's more affordable. It's allowed them to get a loan where they otherwise might not have been able to qualify. It's allowed them to qualify for a higher amount of loan with lower down payment. It's also helped the banks secure their collaterals. Their delinquencies have declined. They've cut their collection department due to the payment reminders and almost to a third of what it was before by automating that process, and makes them more efficient. And we're going to show you just a quick little animation that drives that point home.
Okay, so let's say your company finances vehicles. What if you could drastically reduce costs related to delinquencies, collections, and repossessions? What if you could make improvements so large you could double your return on capital? Now, I'm not talking about some magical potion, but a proven system that will change the face of your business. It's called Loan Plus, a state-of-the-art collateral management system for subprime vehicle finance lenders. Using Loan Plus, you can increase your return on capital by more than 87%. According to the NABD 2011 survey, 74% of financiers say the use of systems like Loan Plus have reduced average delinquency rates by more than 10%, and 78% say they significantly increase the efficiency of your collection department and ensures borrowers pay on time. With Loan Plus, you'll experience longer average loan life, enjoy increased payments collected per loan, instantly recover nearly all your collateral when necessary, and be able to expand your portfolio significantly. The best part is, you'll be able to customize Loan Plus to fit your workflow perfectly. We've integrated with dozens of portfolio management systems in both large and small finance companies. Take advantage of bi-directional capability, custom reports, and our direct repossession support application, iRepo.
So we will probably come close to embedding telematics in almost 1 million vehicles this year for this application alone, just to kind of give you the scale of the adoption in this space. So collecting and then integrating directly into the lenders, either dealer management systems or portfolio management systems through the back-end Inspire platform. So going on here, collecting this rich data points, being able to filter it, and getting actionable business intelligence is also key in the trailer and transportation market, and Mike Edwards is going to take you through a live demo of that. Now, as Mike comes up here, Mike used to be a customer as well. I think you might see a trend here. But he used to be in charge of deploying this. Actually, he selected this product to deploy at Coca-Cola Bottling, and after the deployment, decided to join us and take these savings to other customers as well. Okay, Mike.
Thank you, Brad. Good afternoon, guys, and it is a pleasure to be here. As a business manager within the logistics group of Coca-Cola Consolidated, there were several different issues that were brought to me. One of them in particular was around our trailers, and as we were getting more and more efficient within our buildings, it was raising the icebergs of inefficiency that's out there, and as a typical company does, when we initially noticed it, what we need is more trailers. So we bought more trailers. Next reaction, didn't work, we need more trailers. So about the third time that failed, my boss at the time brought me in and said, let's understand what we're doing with the assets that we currently have to understand, do we have enough? And we, after looking at several different solutions, several different opportunities, options, those kinds of things, what I quickly understood was what we needed was visibility for our operational tactical guys making day-to-day decisions, and then data or analytical support for the guys that are looking to see if our tactical guys are actually calling the right plays. So this particular area, and this is one of our newer customers that we're bringing on currently, this is a quick overview so you can get that visibility into the size of their fleet, how many the red marks depict stopped, the greens would tell you that they're in motion, the little blue icons tell you of the various landmarks that they have, and you can check any particular asset or drill in and get a specific history on a specific asset. And again, in the daytime, in what's actually going on in the world, your operational or your tactical guys are the ones that need that real-time information and it's something that's been very void in this space in the past. You get historical or one-time very limited data, where this provides real-time streaming data. So in this particular example, you can demonstrate that this is what's going on within their Dallas location. You can see that they have 13 assets, and we can actually drill into that. I won't do that for the sake of time today, but actually what are the types of assets, what are the particular numbers of the assets, and how long they've been there, whether they're active or inactive. And for a day-to-day guy, that's very, very important. The reporting function, and that's something that's very, very critical and something that's missing in a lot of the market, is being able to produce analytical information to understand, did we make the right calls, did we balance the fleet, all those various things. And this is a mileage report on one particular asset. What that does, one, it helps us in the operational side. Two, it gives you great leverage on the fleet management or on the preventative maintenance side. So where historically you never were able to collect that information accurately, now we have customers PMing their vehicles based on miles versus number of times or frequencies per day.
The key to that is that it's a trailer, so it doesn't have, it's not connected to a tractor or the same tractor all the time. Prior to this, there was no visibility into actual mileage used on a trailer.
Prior to this, everyone was unable to get the actual mileage on that. What we saw from there was a payback period of less than 12 months. As the guy who requested the capital, as the guy who stood just 2 weeks ago in front of the capital committee, because they still consider me a Coke employee, and my EVP that I worked for, I stand in front of the capital committee and we give refreshments on what we've invested and what our payback has been versus expected, et cetera. We were able to sit down and say, here we've eliminated the number of assets that we're missing, PM, all the various things. Integration has become a major piece in what we're doing to achieve more operational efficiencies. As you can tell, there's a lot to talk about. We do have a session on Friday where I'll be able, and I've been promised a few more time so I can talk to you guys about what's going on. And I really hope you guys are there. And if not, we'll be here all week. So please pull me aside. I'll be happy to talk to you about it, or join us on Friday. Thank you very much.
Thanks.